Hi, I am Gina Bagby with Purina Animal Nutrition, and I am here with Amberley Snyder today, and we were going to visit a little bit about the upcoming summer run. So tell us a little bit about your plans for this summer.
I'm super excited for this summer. I'm going to be going outside of my circuit, which I have not done up to this point. I've really stayed pretty close to home, but this year I'm going to see what my horse can do and how far he can take us.
Awesome. So what rodeos are you looking at going to, like to start off with?
Well, I will start the first weekend doing Harriman, Cedar City, Moab, kind of that span, and then the second week I'll get up into Oregon with Union and Sisters. Then we get into Reno and Pleasant Grove and Delta, and then we're nearly to the 4th of July. And the 4th of July is where it gets really crazy between Greeley. I mean, we can be anywhere from Greeley, Colorado, Cody, Wyoming, down to Prescott, and then up to St. Paul, Oregon. I mean, it could be an entire span of where we can hit physically possible in that week is the plan.
For sure. I think it's awesome that you're going to do that this summer and get out of what you're used to doing.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm more excited.
You'll do great.
I think my horses are ready to do it, and so I figure, there's no way to know what we're capable of if we don't go try.
So you said horses, so I know everybody is familiar with the main horse that you run, Legacy. So you have some new horses this year?
Yes, so he's still my main guy. Legacy's still the main horse. He's the one that I would be my go-to for the big ones. But I've got two little mares that are up and coming, and the ones that are my backup mares. I have one that I ran last year as well. I seasoned her. She got sick halfway through the season, so she ended up having to go home. But it's feeling like it's kind of starting over because I switched her to the left now. So it's like same horse but different direction, and so we're going to season her that direction. She's really picked it up quite quickly, and I'm really impressed with what she's done. And then I also have a 6-year-old that I didn't expect to be on the lineup. Honestly, she was more just the buddy for the trip.
Right.
But these last couple runs, she's really stepped up that it's kind of making me consider.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where can she play?
That's awesome. So we were talking just a little bit ago, and you had said that you have a new place. So you're going to actually be gone and miss your place some this summer, but tell us a little bit what you have going on there.
It's true, yes. So I was able to buy my house a couple years ago, and then I was able to build it. So all it was a house. So I had to, of course, make the barn. I mean, that has to come first. So we planned out the barn, and I make it, everything is paved because that's easiest for me. My biggest goal with my house was to make it accessible, that I could take care of me and my horses by ourselves if we wanted to or needed to. Mm-hmm. So that's what we've done. We've been able to build, we built the barn, we built the tack room, we have wash rack in there, we have all these pieces that make it possible for me to do everything independently if I want to, and it's actually been pretty exciting to have that set up.
When you're on the run this summer, whenever you hit rodeos pretty hard, what are some of your go-to Purina products, since this is a Purina session? What products do you like to fuel your horses at that time?
So my horses are on Ultium Gastric, and as well as Super Sport and Omega Match. And then they do get the Outlash treats before every run as well. I feel like you have to have anything that will make them happy. Whatever product is going to make them feel the most comfortable on the road, off the road, in the arena. I mean, everything we do is stressful. And so to be able to keep them at their highest optimum nutritional level is what's important. They can't go out there and perform if they don't feel good when they do it.
Oh, for sure. So we value our Purina dealers a lot, and so when you are traveling, how are they helpful to you when you're looking for your products?
First thing is the consistency across the board. If you have a Purina dealer in Arizona and then you have one in Oregon, they're all there to help you. And that part means a lot to me, that when I'm going to be able to hit the road this year and go farther, that if I'm in a spot that I need help, it doesn't even matter if it's with my horses, right? If I just need help, I know that I have a Purina dealer that I can rely on to come and help me and take care of me and make sure that me and my horses are where we need to be.
Awesome. I think that's one of the cool things about our company is that we have dealers all across the country, and they are trained very similarly.
Yes, absolutely. And they all want to take care of us.
So we had talked about like you kind of changing things up a little bit this summer and getting past your just staying within the circuit. You have a new place that you just told us that you were building. So what are you thinking for your future? So obviously you've built a lot on your future this year. What are your plans going forward?
I think for me, it's to do the very best we can. I am a big goal setter, and I have these goals of where I want to be. But I've learned that it needs to be one run at a time. If I get too overwhelmed with, I want to be able to make the NFR, or I want to be able to go back to the American, or I want to be in the top 30, I feel like I put a lot of stress on myself. So if there's something I have learned in this game is that it takes one run at a time. So I have these goals of where I want to be, right? I want to be running with the best of the best at the biggest rodeos that there are. But I want to make every run count.
Right.
So if I was to pick apart what my goals are, where my plans are, it is to make, when I hit that alleyway, that I can go out there and perform to the best of my ability.
So I think you're an inspiration, obviously, to a lot of people, and you have done a tremendous job of setting goals and knocking those out. What advice would you give to other people looking to do, like either in barrel racing or maybe some other industry within the horse industry? What kind of advice would you give them?
First things first, you got to do what you love to do. I think that life is way too short to spend that time doing something that you don't love. And that love has to be bigger than everything else, right? It has to be bigger than the fear of the what ifs. It has to be bigger than the doubts. It has to be bigger than all those things. That love is the most important part. Once you know what that is, set those goals to get there. Be willing to work hard. There's always going to be somebody out there who has more money, more opportunity, or a nicer horse than you. We can't change that. But there is never an excuse for somebody to work harder than you. So for any of those people that have this dream or have this goal, be willing to be the hardest working person there.
I think that's great advice. So thank you very much. We appreciate Amberley being with us today. We're excited to follow you on the road this summer. Good luck, and thank you very much.
Absolutely.